In the Piazza del Popolo, two columns remind us of the domination of Ravenna by Venice in the 15th century. The columns which are reused in this portico are from the 6th century, and some bear the monogram of Theodoric, the Gothic chieftain. Along Via Cavour and round this corner brings us to San Vitale. Ravenna was recaptured from the barbarians in 540, note the round bell tower, by Belisarius acting for the Emperor Justinian, and it became an outpost of the Byzantine state in the west. Ravenna became a centre of Byzantine architecture, sculpture and mosaic. San Vitale is considered to be the most precious example of Byzantine art extant in Western Europe. Represented in the mosaics are Christ standing between San Vitale and Bishop Ecclesias, who initiated the building, the Paschal Lamb on the roof of the Presbyterian, Emperor Justinian and his court, Queen Theodora and her court, and scenes from the Bible. The octagonal building is surrounded by a double gallery and surmounted by an octagonal cupola. Arches bear medallions of the apostles. San Vitale was started around 530 AD, and its form had a widespread influence on later Christian buildings. Some later accretions to this building have been removed, but there remains in the cupola this Baroque painting. Built mid-5th century by Galla Placidia, the sister of Emperor Honorius, the entire upper part of the inside structure is covered with mosaics. This represents St. Lawrence, to whom the mausoleum is dedicated, and there are representations of apostles, other saints, and religious symbolism. A cathedral was built here in the 5th century, but was completely destroyed by an earthquake in 1733. Note again the round bell tower, 10th century. The cathedral was rebuilt in what some have described as an unexceptional style, but looks fine to me, especially inside. The octagonal baptistry is believed to have been converted from a Roman bathhouse around the 5th century. The medallion in the roof represents the baptism of Christ, and this is surrounded by the apostles. Some of the decorations, including these floral decorations here, are believed to have been part of the original Roman bathhouse. Just down the road from San Vitale is this 10th century round campanile on the little church of Santi Giovanni e Paolo. San Francesco, with its not round 10th century campanile, was originally built in the 5th century but almost entirely rebuilt in 1793. Dante, who was exiled from Florence, found refuge in Ravenna and died here in the early 14th century. Here we see the infant Jesus on his mother's lap with 4 angels, being approached by a procession of 22 virgin martyrs. Above are portraits of the fathers of the church, and above that line are biblical scenes. On the opposite wall, Christ enthroned with 4 angels is approached by 26 martyrs, a 6th century ambo, and at the end of the procession we see a representation of Theodoric's palace. Here the 10th century round campanile. Sant'Apollinare in Classe, with its 10th century round campanile, is in Classe, 3 miles south of Ravenna. The frieze has medallions of local bishops. The 24 Greek marble columns with Byzantine bases and capitals. In the apse we see a representation of the Transfiguration with Saint Apollinaris in prayer below. Classe is on the site of Augustus's port of Classis.